I would love to.
Start it over.
To have my hair back.
Start it over.
What's up?
What's up? Are here.
Yeah.
So are we on?
Are we on? Here.
Live.
Great.
Hey everybody, Jack Show. Guess what? Kevin doesn't know jack about running the show sometimes.
Welcome. So this is intro number 2 on Wednesday at 6:30. We just recorded like 3 or 4 minutes and no audio, nothing was on. So we're back in. I have an exciting announcement. My homeboy Mikey is back, but more importantly, our boy Jason Klotz is in the house this evening. If you don't know Jason, you will by the end of the show.
Listen. Jason said it. We had a great vibe going in the studio.
It's going.
It's
we
still
got
here.
this. It's there.
We'll see. If this turns out to be a dud.
Hey, bud. There ain't no dud here.
So you're killing the vibe again, man. So welcome back to the Jack Show.
Hey, we got
We don't know Jack, and we got our boy Jason Klotz in the house. Nico, introduce him.
Right.
Let's talk about what he's here for.
Again.
Mikey's here. What's up, y'all?
So
Sing it.
Jason, basically the reason that we missed each other.
No one calls me Jason. It's Klotz.
The reason
Let's
that
get that
Klotz
shit right.
and I didn't see each other because y'all are homeboys, but I had already stopped hanging out by that point.
Yeah.
So he knows my brother. He knows you guys.
Okay, so 2 things. Klotz is real good friends with all of us and your brother.
Mm.
Also, Nico has his chair raised all the way up.
Yeah, I did.
And Klotz is all the way down.
Wait, this is all the way down.
Yeah. So there's probably, a 1.5 difference between y'all? I don't know. Something close?
So
Who cares?
Who cares?
Online it says you're 6'9", but have you dropped any height? You think just from age?
No, I've probably grown more.
Really?
Well, maturity-wise.
6'10"?
Maturity.
Oh, maturity. I don't think that's happened either.
I was 6'4" in 8th grade, and in 9th grade I was 6'9" ¾ I've been that same height since.
6'9" ¾ so I was 6'.
What grade?
8th grade I was 6'4", fat with glasses, like just a douche. Couldn't even bench 95 pounds, and somehow over the summer I grew to 6'9" ¾
That might happen for you for
3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months.
In 3 or 4 months I sprouted.
Man, what did your parents do with clothes? I mean, how did that?
You saw the way I dressed. I looked like a total skadoosh.
You had to, man. Like, how could you afford to?
All my friends have
change them?
polos and Tommy Hilfiger and all this like cool stuff. I was wearing like shit you never heard of.
Like freaking delegates.
I was wearing
Right, delegates, bro.
I was like, can I get those new pennies? Those Larry Johnson's Rag Jesus? You can get some Rydell's. I was like, what's a riddle?
What's wrong with you, man?
Riddle.
I'll tell you what's wrong. The sole blows out after a week.
Shit, you would have to go through shoes a lot, right?
It was pretty expensive to feed me. I'd go through 3 gallons of milk a week and just eat the fuck out of everything.
So what size is your shoe? What size is your shoe?
Whoa, 16.
16!
Yeah, they say the guys with big feet, big socks.
Yeah, big socks too.
This guy's weird, man.
It's a cool.
Freaking, that was cool.
But you know what? Well, no, it's not a. You know what? You know how many times people fucking ask me that? I'm like, do you have any show? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, then don't fucking ask.
Yeah.
Just ask my wife, but she's not on the show.
Yeah. He might show it later for you, though, if you want to see it.
Yeah, on the table.
Kevin made it a point to tell me that your wife is 5'2". I guess because Kevin thinks I'm 5'2".
I don't know if she's 5'2", but she's significantly shorter than 5'2". You. It's
I don't like to share the bed. Look how much room I take up.
Yeah, you don't like to share. That's nice. Yeah, but she's 5'2". You're 6'9", man. That's a big difference. But
6'10".
6'10". Well, you grew a 1/4 inch in the last couple minutes. This is what We Don't Know Jack Show does to you. So.
But I do say, my name is, my handle on Instagram is 6'5" because it's 6'9". So you're like, people are like, how tall are you? Like, how tall are you? 6'9". I'm like 6'5".
Plus 6'9",
like,
you can 6'9".
That's when you know, like, who gets humor, and you're like, and people are like,
That's good shit.
Anyways,
okay.
I was trying to say this. I looked you up because I didn't know anything.
You asked about a Wikipedia page, I believe.
Yeah, man, I didn't see one. And I was like, man, there's people who have done far less than what you have done in your collegiate career.
I'll tell you this, Wikipedia is a self-published page, so he could actively get on it if he wants to.
Well, this is what I was wondering. I was like, can we start a Wikipedia page?
This is why.
We'll start him a Wikipedia.
Yeah, let's start him one and let's put like outlandish stuff
in 2000, back when I went to college, we didn't. I mean, I had a cell phone, but it was before like really great cameras and all this. And the one thing was like how all you have in this life is your credit and your reputation, right? So if you're out on 6th Street and doing all this stuff, people are talking about it, right? I'm a big guy; you can't hide. I was very private with what we were doing because people were really quick to hate, right? And especially on a big guy, so you have to watch what you say and do because if you do something stupid, people are going to be talking about it, and with the team and UT and the way that we're held to a high standard.
Yeah.
That's why I never had. I had Facebook, but I never used. I never posted pictures. I didn't care. We were on TV almost 2-3 nights a week.
Yeah.
So you briefly said that UT. So tell us about that because you had a really awesome time at that college. Had a good experience in Austin. Tell us a little bit about how that went. I know Nico's want to grill you on.
I could go on. We can narrow.
So you went to University of Texas.
Correct.
How did that start? Why did you go there?
Did you have other? You had other schools.
Y'all saw me play in high school. There were some plays. I was dunking on people hard. I was scoring 20 a game without even a coach that knew anything about basketball. I was playing with one of the top 80 teams. So it wasn't like now you have YouTube and all that stuff to make you this great player. All the individual drills, all the strength coaches, right? I built just on hard work. I was in the weight room every day, and they met me at Hooks Airport out in Tomball. Okay. And they flew me on a King Air back in 2000 and flew me to Austin. And Chris Ogden, who's now the head assistant, was my roommate and teammate at UT, is now the head assistant at UT. Okay. He really sold me. The campus sold me everything, and Chris Mim was there that played in the NBA for the Lakers. And it was just the vibe, and Coach Barnes, I don't know, Rick Barnes?
Yeah, I know.
He's at Tennessee now. He's a great coach, and this guy is just very compelling. And just everything they had to offer at UT. I went to A&M, I went to Oregon, I went to Florida State, went to Florida on visits. Who else did I go to?
Was Barnes the seller on that? Was he the closer?
He was.
Because he must have been a great recruiter with all the guys that ran through.
I went to A&M. I wasn't sold on this program. They have big things coming to Austin. Austin's a big house on the hill, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I chose. Just Chris Ogden and some of these guys is just, and the guys that had coming in, TJ Ford, who I played with, he is Naismith player 2 years. He was coming, so I knew that the program had a chance to do some really good things.
And PJ came a little while after, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah.
Yep, I played with all of them.
Yeah, I saw you kind of overlapped a little bit. And KD was, I guess, the year after you.
I didn't play with him, but I will say about KD, he's a freaking great guy.
Is he?
Out of the guys you just mentioned, PJ's my boy, and I don't talk to him more. I have his number. But so a great guy. The whole fashion things, he's doing good things with that. But, I went to a Rocks game, sat on the court with the Cranes, with some people I know, the Astros and all that. Yeah. And I'm there, sat on the court, and Lamar's, hey, what's up, Klotz? Yeah. But he never came to dap me up, never came to say what's up. I hadn't seen him since he broke his fucking hip at UT when halfway through his freshman year, he broke his hip. And he cried like a baby. And who was there to console him and tell him it was a high-release turnaround? I work with this guy every day. Not to come give me a hug kind of hurt, but, PJ Tucker come take pictures. But, Popovich and those guys and Duncan that I worked out with when I was trying to make their team, they were like, hey, what's up? And came and said hi. He just ran off the court and whatever. Is he super through summer camp and trying to make the team.
All right.
You go to camp and try to make the team. I was Joey Graham or those guys from August say they made the team, but whatever. They had Louis Scola, there, Tim Duncan.
So I'm curious, through all those people that you just mentioned, who's the most famous guy that you've met in basketball and then just in general?
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Kevin Durant. PJ is uber famous with his fashion shoes, right? And he's freaking a real dude. He's one of these guys. I'll say this about him. We had one of the best teams. We probably ran the gamut and won the championship that year, my senior year. His grades kept him out that year, and then LaMarcus got hurt, right? They tried to break this guy, right, like for not going to class and all this. And he's a smart freaking dude. But, when you're there, you're playing ball, right? They had this guy. Have you ever seen the Versa Climber?
Yeah.
That's one of the mentally toughest guys I've ever seen. You couldn't break him. And they were trying to break him. They couldn't break that guy. And that's why I think he's been this guy in the NBA that went to the Ukraine first, not to mention all that. But he went there first. Mm-hmm. These are the Raptors that cut him, went there. And then now he's been a guy that people are paying big money to be just defensive guy, hit those threes, and really be a guy that the locker room loves. That's going to be that dog and teach guys how to be a dog.
Yeah.
I noticed you played center. And I know the height thing is different in college, for centers.
Height or height?
Height.
Tallness.
Like when you were trying to make the transition, did you have to say, well, I got to move to the 4 now?
No, I was always really strong. I was an enforcer. No, you don't see guys like Shaq and these guys are 7-footers.
No.
You do.
I know we had like Chuck Hayes.
You don't see these guys
yeah.
anymore. It's a small ball, so you don't get the Larry Johnson, the Lonzos of these guys anymore. You know what I mean?
Sometimes your 4s now are taller than the.
Tim Duncan was a 5, but he played 4 forever because David Robinson was there, right? And you get used to thinking he's a 4, but
KD's 7 feet.
He's my height or taller, and I'll say this: I went to a reunion 3 years ago, and he's a cool dude, humble. He's like, "What's up, Klotz?" Because I played with Royale, who's like one of his best friends. He's like, "What's up?" And No joke. He hit some threes, had a goal, watch them, hit some threes. Then they played, they were playing pickup. They're like, you want to play? I was like, man, I'm hungover. So this guy was supposed to be like a top 20 pick, right? One of the point guards we had, I forget his name. He's not even in the league, but he ripped the ball and he dunked from the free throw line like it was nothing. And I've never seen him do that.
Yeah.
He stole the ball and dunked from the free throw line.
KD.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And he's humble. He treats everyone the way you want to be treated. And that's the thing I respect about guys like that.
I heard he would.
PJ's the same way. Now, these other guys are big time. You know, Booby. I remember Daniel Gibson played LeBron. Booby. They call him Booby. What's up, Booby? And if you're watching Booby, I'm going to email this shit to you. You are a Booby.
Oh, Booby.
Do you still love the game like you did?
I do. I wish I could play more. I put a goal in, trying to get my kids into it, but I'm not going to force my kids into it. But yes, I love it. It hurts the next day.
Yeah.
And people want to foul. They can't guard me. I'm like, you want to foul me again? And there's been fist fights. And
So where do you play at?
St. Pius had a league. I was in an energy league, and then I was playing with another guy in these real competitive leagues with like Marcus Morris and different ex-NBA Europe players. It gets real competitive and like feisty as fuck.
Yeah. You gotta be ready to ball.
And like people foul me, I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the video of the Memphis Punch.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you about
Can you find it?
I did not.
I have a DVD at home with it. For some reason,
what happened? What happened? Because y'all were winning that game, right?
They were number 4 in the country, and we were like number 9. They were number 9, we were number 7, and I scored like 8 points right off the bat in the second half on Joey Dorsett, played for the Rockets. Remember him?
Yeah, right.
Not a great guy, but anyways, I mean, a great player, great athlete, great dunker, made the league. Good for him. I'm not hating on him. But couldn't guard me. LaMarcus couldn't guard me. Dwight Howard couldn't guard me when I played summer league. This is real talk. I wasn't here bullshit shit. So they sent in a goon after I scored those 8 points, right? And he hit me in the nose on purpose, broke my nose after I just had the fucker fixed from practice. So I'm like, mother. So I go down the next. So yeah, I'll get you the footage and we can put it in there somehow. But he elbowed me. So I run down the court. Daniel shoots a 3, and I go to like block him out, and I just diaphragm punch him. We did boxing in the summer for training. I leveled him, right? And I was on Dick Vitale's like top player of the year. He's like, that's the dirtiest play I've ever seen. I didn't know at the time, but I told the streak, I was like, I punched him. But no one could see it because of the angle. The way I did it was very sly and slick and nice.
So I know Barnes had to come out and say something about it. I saw that much. But behind the scenes, is he like, I mean, you did what you did?
It's really funny. Yeah. I don't want, we'll get into dive into it later because it's a really important lesson for kids and just people in general. But I got in trouble with the girl, right? The domestic thing. That wasn't what I did. I wasn't raised that way, and what happened is she signed an affidavit. And this is why the outcome was I got to stay in school because that year multiple cases happened with other players, and they were kicked out of school, right? So made an example of me, but I only got to spend it one game, and he said, hey, do you not fucking get it? Do you not fucking get it? And that was the night at dinner. We won the game. Yeah. I'm like, I mean, with PJ and some guys, I'm like, fuck, man, I can't, like. Next day, he's like, talking to another player, this guy, Brad Buckman, he's like, would you fucking do that? You know, he's calling him all these words, and he'll stand up for his team because they saw the video of what happened. So they're like, oh, we get it. Yeah. And the guy hit me on purpose in the face. And I'm not the kind of guy that would let that shit go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about another dude that I know that got slipped by my boy Klotz here. He knows if he's watching. He knows. I won't bring that up. We were laughing about that earlier.
Great guy. I love that dude. And that whole thing that happened, I wish it never happened. But you get liquid courage, and it was like, hey man, you can't. I don't want to say the word, but you know, I got daughters and stuff. You can't love these hoes. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? They're just as bad as us. And at the time, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was with my girl, and they jumped on my back like a spider monkey. And they, whatever happened, there's a reason there's weight divisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just thinking that in my head, man.
And there's no disrespect. I love that guy. See him, I love my man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna dive into it. I was just making a joke.
It don't matter how many muscles I put on, dude.
But he came in all crazy. You can't come.
I mean, hold on. You want to flex on that?
It don't matter how many muscles.
I think
there's weight classes for a reason.
And don't let your emotions get the best of you because you're not gonna be using your head. You're gonna be, you know. Yeah. That was a quick one.
Yeah.
That's why
I didn't get to see
almost
it.
as fast as that instant lunch.
It is almost as fast as that instant lunch. Yeah. But I'm mad that I didn't get to see it because I really wish I would have. I think he probably deserved it.
He goes, I got
hey man, fighting, nothing good. Hey, you know, I'll say this, and this is real talk. Nothing good comes out of fighting unless you're getting paid to do the stuff. It ain't worth it for what?
Yeah.
Nothing gets solved. Maybe here and there, but not really. Yeah. Ain't nothing good come out of it.
I do wish though people would just put up their dukes and fight some shit out, though. And this is a different context, obviously.
Are you talking about people that are the same size?
I think he should have said,
No,
hey,
I just said being young.
you should have put
like,
gloves on. And
you
just-
should have put gloves on, and it should have been controlled. And like, I don't think drink it, but sometimes arguments to me would be better just fought. Like we said before,
And I'll
some
say
of
this
our
real
best
quick.
friends are like people that we fought.
When that happened, I was leaving for a job for basketball, play overseas. And when he jumped on me that time, I didn't know. I was walking with Wendy to the car. He jumped on my back. I was in sandals like a dumbass, which I never wore. I slipped down and I fucked my foot up. So I couldn't put a shoe on for 3 weeks. I was in the best shape of my life. I couldn't put a fucking shoe on for 3-4 weeks because of the concrete burn. What do you want to call it?
Asshole.
So, I mean, I guess you could say he won almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But did
And
he?
he showed you.
He
showed you the fucking headbutts to your fist.
I got some new KDs, some new Kevin Durant in the squad. I couldn't even put them on because my foot was greasing.
Man, we can jump past
Oh,
that. Go on with your list, Nick. I just had to throw
Yeah.
that in there. And the reason why I
He's
threw
still
that
doing
in there is because you won't come on the show. So I hope you watch this and get embarrassed and come and defend yourself.
Who?
Serge,
He
won't show up.
He had every. I guess he had every right to. Not really. If I would go back in the past, I mean, real talk. Who cares? Like,
I don't even know what it's about. Who cares?
let's go eat some sushi.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Can you still dunk?
What do you think?
No.
Watch him
That's
dunk
a, that's
that
a
beer.
no. That's a no.
Dunk
You
that
want me to
beer.
pull a video? I just was at the UT.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
No, I
There we
can,
go.
I
Man,
can
that's-
bang really hard, so you know those.
Nah, I'm just playing.
So
Hey,
what I want to see you bang right now is because we didn't bring beer to the set. So I want to see you bang that beer down.
Do you
Bang
have,
the
Yeah,
beer.
slam one.
Bang the beer.
Yeah, slam one.
Let's see what you got. See if you came to party.
Is this our kids section of
This
the
is the
program?
kids section of the program.
Listen, kiddies.
Klotz came to go all in.
Ooh, that was cold.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's throw it somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, go
All
on.
right,
Nico.
Surge's
Sorry to
face.
interrupt.
I'm just kidding.
You look, so you still love basketball. Do you root for any teams? Is there a team that you root for besides UT?
I don't root for anyone.
Really? Not
Real
even.
talk. I don't watch sports anymore. We have cable. I mean, I do. I had a lot of fun watching the game at UT, but I really struggled with just how just discombobulated they looked. They didn't have an identity.
Mm.
The post guys had no post moves. The shooters were just taking it. You can see there's like, I want to be the star kind of situation, which is fine. Every team has that. But
ISO ball.
I wasn't impressed. I don't. I love the NBA. I love the Rockets. I love watching Hakeem and those guys. But now, I mean, I love watching John Morant. I love watching LeBron.
And is it free?
Yeah, man,
The
he's
Heat are
special.
really good, but I have 3 kids. It's really hard to. They don't
Yeah.
care about basketball.
What age
you
is
know? 9, 5, and 3.
Okay, yeah, you're.
But I love basketball. I just don't have time to watch as much.
When you look back at your career, whether it was on the pro level or the collegiate level or even high school, man, is there a couple of moments that always stand out when you're thinking about basketball?
It's not my identity. A lot of people want to put it as that, but I see it as like I had the height and I worked my ass off and did what I could with it. I mean, Rick Barnes said that I didn't know I could turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah.
He said it was one of the hardest work he's ever had, other than Austin Crozier. If you remember him from Providence, I played for Indiana for a long time, Reggie Miller, and then so it was a compliment. But
So I have a
So
question.
you're using the skills.
I've had some big moments in basketball. I mean, one of the biggest I'd say is Bobby Knight. After we beat Tech at home one year, my senior year, he's like, if I could have one player in the Big 12, it'd be me, Jason Klotz. And I have the article I saved, and that was a big compliment for me.
So I have a question. If you don't want to be defined as a basketball player, what's your definition? What do you want to be defined as? Because I know you got a lot more better, bigger things in basketball
someone
that
that
I've
treats
seen you
people the
do.
way other people want to be treated.
You're a family
I treat
man.
everyone fair.
you know?
I don't care if you're the bus boy or you're the head CEO. I don't care. I treat people the way I want to be treated. As someone that worked hard, man, I worked for everything. Nothing was handed to me. You know where I come from. I grew up next to Eisenhower. Nothing was given to me. People would be like, oh, you're tall, but how you tall guys, you know, that suck. Remember Brandon Crump? I mean, remember me dunking on him? You remember the moment at Klein when there was a timeout? Remember those games at Klein? These were sold out games.
Where were you, in Inwood?
I grew up in Inwood North.
I grew up in
Nice.
Inwood West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know Gabe Giordano?
Doesn't sound familiar. So, me and my brother and 3 other guys started a gang called Inwood Kings. I don't know if it was around when you
Never heard of them.
Okay. I showed up at a party actually one time, just years out of high
Like
school.
a gang or like ours together?
No, like
friends?
gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, we clicked each other in.
What's the difference between a gang and a gang?
Well, we weren't afraid to use guns.
I think that
So-
maybe the difference he might be talking about is like
a group of friends.
A group of friends that's just like, you know.
At Klein Forest, they did an operation.
Man.
They did an operation. They brought in police officers on the gang task force.
They did.
For a whole week. I was one of the guys they brought in, and they were asking me questions like, what gang you in? I was like, I'm not in the gang. They were like, what's your gang name?
You just
I was
said
like,
you were.
I'm not in the gang. This is a true story.
People used to pop trunk in the parking lot with guns in high school, and I was like, I grew up around guns on the farm and stuff. I was like, I'm not bringing this shit to school. But a guy one time tried to put a gun in my back. I was like, this Asian guy. I was like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, Asians were big back in the 90s, mid 90s. Mikey went to the junior high right next to Klein Forest.
Winter Lake.
Yeah.
I went there and I came in 7th grade. I went to Clare Intermediate and then moved to Alabama and came back.
I was in intermediate, so.
Somehow went to Alabama and came back to the same school. So I was like, could I went to Klein?
Yeah, we were right down the street from Acres Homes, y'all.
Yeah. The faux. They're gangsters. Gangsters.
Yeah, man. Real talk. All right, man. So, so you don't really like to watch sports.
I do. Let me clarify. I guess after COVID and everything and all the, different things of standing up for this and that, I don't get into political stuff, but it's just like sports are entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, we all want to get away from our day. We get it. You're a professional athlete and you work hard and that's your job and there's all this do that outside of it, and it kind of turned me off for a while. And really, the talent in the NBA and the NFL and all the shit that's going on, right? Like you look at Deshaun Watson, like let's just play sports. We want to be entertained. We all have jobs, and we want to. Yeah. We like to watch people hit heads and dunk on people for the entertainment, not the bullshit.
So has there been a shift? It's almost like the people that become professional athletes, they somehow, people think of them as an influencer and like they're important. I mean, they're just good at sports. It doesn't mean they're a good person. And I think that's a real problem in society.
That's a problem with all
I think that's in anything, right?
All celebrities, man.
That's in anything in celebrities. Like
I don't need you. I'm not a political science major. I don't need your politics.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, why are you qualified to even talk about this shit?
Did you graduate high school? You know?
Hey, back in 2000, you had to have a damn college email to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Then they changed it, and then you get all these. Everyone has an opinion, right? Does everyone need an opinion? Yes, you should. Everyone deserves an opinion. But when you start,
do we need to hear it?
Do we need to hear it? Yeah, not everyone's opinion really is that educated and matters. Yeah. They might think it does. Just keep that shit up. Yeah. Like LeBron, just keep dribbling the fucking ball and dunk uphill. Has he done great things? Yes, he has. I love him, but some of it was just asinine. It's like, they're getting motivated. And they have a lot of people pushing and pulling them. And
I'm sure.
And they have made the movie deals with them are asking him anything. I get it.
Follow the dollars, man.
I don't hate LeBron. I don't hate anyone. That's a strong word, right? Like, I love LeBron. I think he's a top 5 player, maybe top 3, 4. I mean, he's could be argued for top 2. I don't know. Yeah. I'd take him over Kobe.
Me too.
Ooh.
I would.
And when I say I wouldn't, because they don't fly helicopters.
Oh my god!
Damn, we're going all in.
Oh man!
Ooh, I like it that we brought that on.
Hey, everyone told you not to fly that day. It's an AAU game, not a,
That's
Anywho,
that's crazy, man. So while you were at UT, I know that Vince kind of led the team.
That's a good humble guy. I've heard some stories lately, and what a story. You can say the same for me. I don't care. I was telling as that guy who could run and throw and do what he did. I mean, he danced on people.
Yeah. As an athlete on campus, do you think that you find yourself as excited for a championship that's in another sport as the rest of the alumni?
Yeah, because there's a lot of guys I was in class with, whatever is drama and English, and guys, I know how hard they work. I mean, they do. They're fucking busting their ass every day at practice. Vince, all of them. Roy Williams when he was there, all those guys. Rest his soul. What's his name? Vincent Cedric.
Oh yeah, man.
And they did. Yeah, these are guys you went to class with and knew their girlfriends were the same parties, and everyone knew the shit you went through. Right? They knew how hard Coach Barnes was to play for, how hard those guys were, the strength coaches, and I always supported you too when I was there. Now, since I left and that. Mac Brown, those guys left, and Rick when they.
That was so stupid. Mac Brown and Rick Barnes. Those were the best recruiters they ever had.
I forget the AD's name, but he came and really screwed stuff up. But yeah, I always pulled for my people, man. I mean,
that's cool.
UT was an easy school to do it at, man. The camaraderie there is really, really good, right? I mean,
it's pretty good. I mean, on the basketball team, everyone's trying to make the league, right? So it's kind of like.
When you went to Euroball, was it with the idea that that you were only going to play Euroball, or did you think I'm going to get this as a way in?
If I didn't get in trouble with the girl I dated in college, who was on the Palm Squad and all this stuff, and the stuff that happened. I mean, that was. I worked out for every team except for the Heat and the Hornets. I mean, I could shoot, I could post up, I could rebound, I did whatever you said, you know. But that was just one of those things. If you're, you know, I'll say it, if you're a white guy and you have a character issue, it's going to be really hard to draft you and do stuff. But every coach, Joe Dumars, everyone I worked out for when I was with the Magic in the Summer League, I mean, I killed Dwight every day. And he's just like, man, there's a spot for you in the NBA. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, watching you play in college, we all thought you would just get drafted right away.
So everyone said that, but that's the thing. You have a character issue. That's what I'll say to everyone out there watching, you know, probably people watching older that have kids. Everything's recorded on the internet. Everything will come back to haunt your ass.
Yeah.
And that was back in 2004 or 5. So
can you only imagine what would it be like to?
Some
we
kids
talk about that all the time. Like, can you imagine if we recorded the stuff that we did?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, we'd be in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
or again.
I don't know if I'd be in prison. Well,
Yeah,
let's just say maybe.
I would be.
I didn't do
Some of us might go back.
I didn't do as much time as some people I know, but I had to do 2 months for that shit in Austin County for the plea deal. Or I was
Wow.
there. We're gonna butt fuck me and make an example, even though an affidavit was signed. But here's the point: if something happens, just get the fuck out of the car and run.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to hit anyone. I don't even want to hit dudes, and I didn't. Everything will come back and fuck your world up, and things are so delicate now. Someone might just tweet something that. There's so many people that hate. Just shut up and go by your business and work. Put your head down and work hard. You know what I mean? And I did, and got unlucky on that.
It's almost like freedom of speech too, man. It's become a curse, in my opinion, man. Like,
I mean, you know how hard I worked and to see my dreams shattered and everything like that. Like when that happened, I was like, my God, are you kidding me? How hard I worked because I was going to transfer from UT to TCU, and they're like, you can start the next day, and I doubled every game after that. So it's like, and then that happened. You know, going into the summer of my senior year, I was like. What a rainy cloud. So you don't want anything hanging over your head. You know what I mean?
At what point did you realize that the dreams was kind of making it to the end? If those were your dreams.
Every interview, they asked, hey, have you still seen this person? Or do you know where they live? Have you talked to them recently? And like, you got to answer everything because it's just like an interview for a big corporation. They're going to raise red flags on your answers. And I was like, no. But I mean,
So you knew during the interview process there was no, I mean.
No, there was a chance, but like getting drafted was out of the thing. I mean, I was considered a lock in the top 10 of the second round, not the first round. I was considered going like 40th.
Yeah. That's still great.
Yeah, man.
That's a job, but I mean, I killed it in summer league and in practice. And
so after that brought you to travel around to
How's that
all
work?
over the
You get an
world,
agent?
really.
An
I mean, I'm
agent?
curious about what's the next step in
Yeah.
that? Like, how did that
the
all
coaches
come
now,
about?
because we had NBA players coming out of UT already, you know, so they've got agents galore. But I picked a guy, Glass Agency, Keith Glass, great guy. I mean, they directed me in the right direction. I mean, that's what is what, and they're brutally honest. That's what I liked about them instead of Octagon, like Chris Mim, who I talked about earlier, that was an influencer for me going to UT.
Yeah.
They'll tell you what you want to hear and get you jobs. I had a job going to play for Alba Berlin in Germany.
Yeah.
And this is when the internet was getting stronger, right? Or coming about in 05. You know, I mean, we had dial-up in 2000. It was getting stronger. They're like, hey, you know, I signed a deal for $600,000 out of college. I'm like,
Nice.
now that's like, what, 900?
Oh, more than that, probably.
Yeah, $1 million too. I don't know. I mean, playing for the biggest clubs, basketball in Germany.
Yeah.
And they Googled my name and voided the contract.
Really?
Oh, I shit my pants. Oh,
No way. That sucks.
I thought I was leaving that week, and they called and canceled. And then I went to a camp in Oregon to go play in China, and I got drafted 4th out of the 200 guys there. Talent's there. It's just,
How long did you play in China?
you know, it was with the woman who I got in trouble with. And I said, because people didn't know this shit, right? I didn't do anything, but it doesn't matter. They wrote it in the paper, and I still want to go to the Austin Statesman and sue them today for slander.
Yeah.
Because what they reported is not what happened. If I punch someone, you see what this happened.
Yeah.
If I did that, you know, to her, she'd be dead.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. So, anyways.
Yeah,
So we had a guy on here not too long ago, Ben, and man, we could go on about this forever about people getting railroaded through this system, and it's almost like an accusation is a conviction these days.
Not only
It's
that,
just
but
fucked
you
up,
have
you know?
district attorneys.
Yeah.
who
We
are
weren't
trying to
there,
make
and,
their-
you know, you see it on the news, we're seeing this happen with football players and stuff, but the agitation that a woman or whoever, males, that will do to someone, and the crazy thing that happens in relationships. I mean, this was goofy. This is like something so corny. It's sad. But, you know, it's made me a better person. I think if I would have went to the league and did all that at the time, I think I would have blown money and been dead by now. which we can talk about later. Almost.
There's a lot of other things that are going on in your life now with your job and your family. Like, I think all that was happening for a reason. So
I agree.
What's up now, man? What are you doing now?
Everything happens for a reason, man. Like the bad stuff that happened, I just try to get through. I hit rock bottom. You probably saw that at one point, but now I'm the director of a company. And after basketball, after I got done playing, I was like, what do I do? I'm not an architect. I'm not I'm not an engineer. What do I do? But I'm good with, relationships.
Yeah.
I know how to treat people, and I'm honest. If I don't know the answer, I'm not going to lie to you. So now I'm the director of sales for a company out of Spain.
Cool. You've been doing that for a minute now, right?
10 years now. I started as an inside sales guy. I learned it from the bottom, from the top, from a guy that taught me a lot. And it pays the bills and keeps us happy. And I love working for them. They're great people. It's something I enjoy. Now, it's just a different market, but doing different other things too as well.
Do you think some of your leadership and basketball responsibilities translated not to the sales part, but the leadership role that you're in now? The coaching?
No doubt. I was the MVP and I was the team leader.
Yeah.
I mean, I have trophies for it, which is corny. But here's the thing: you got to hold everyone accountable in the room, right? When you're on a basketball team, you got 5 guys. If you didn't block out and get that rebound, or if you didn't do the defense, because these guys, the coaches spend a lot of time breaking down film. Whatever industry you're in, you got to do your part. And if they give you the report, just do it. I held people accountable. Sometimes people don't like it, but I was always voicing my opinion. I didn't care to speak up or say this or that. I mean, there's a reason I was the captain of the team.
It doesn't surprise me that you were. It doesn't surprise me at all.
And playing in front of 20,000 people and all that, that's where you really, we call it nut cutting time. Like, are you going to choke up, not hit the free throw or airball it? Hey, man, it's just a moment in time. Just do your best. If you miss a shot, who gives a F?
Yeah, there'll be another shot.
Exactly.
You miss all the ones you don't shoot.
But did you miss your assignment? Hey, were you supposed to be at the job at 9 a.m.? And then people get there at 9:30. People tell me 9 a.m. When the coaches used to be like, hey, 8 a.m. be here at practice. I'll be here at 7. 6:45. I'm getting in the hot tub. I'm going to go shoot and do my thing.
Yeah. Is that how you show up to meet? You show up in meetings 15, 20
I'm
minutes
always
early?
early. I had a
me
meeting
too.
today, and the guy was like, hey, he's a Mr. Customer, but it's a new job. And I said, hey, I guess I'll sit in my truck for an hour, just joshing with him, because he's, I left Victoria, Texas 3 hours away to get there on time at 11.
Yeah.
No biggie. But I was like, hey, man, I guess I'll sit in my truck for an hour. Because if I showed up to start the job late, not a great impression.
Do you find that has gotten worse with your customers since COVID? I've seen that. I've wondered how other industries maybe have been
No,
impacted.
oil and gas, my customers are, I'm glad I'm where I'm at on the mill side. I sell the distributors. They have to deal with the well and the operator, which is EOG, Chevron, Shell, etc. It's a nightmare because I'm just selling a couple sizes. They're dealing with everything. They're dealing with all these different sizes, the shipping, how it gets there, the inspection at the rig. I mean, these people are on point. But yes, this concrete stuff I'm doing, if you're late or something, I just don't get it. Hey, you don't show up to class late. I mean, we did in high school at times, but
It feels
that's
like
high
more
school.
and more
You're learning,
people,
right? I don't. At this age, you expect professionalism, right?
I was, me and my brother were raised by my granddad, and so when we were younger, and so he came out. His dad came out of depression, so it was like, man, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late.
That's how I grew up.
That's true.
But that kind of thing is not taught anymore with the younger generation. They're
There's a
like,
big reach given
I
these
showed up
days.
15 minutes late.
So I'm in sales, and I show up 15 minutes early just to get myself ready for the meeting. I'm in there researching what I'm doing, make sure I got all my
Shaving in the
nuts in a
bathroom.
row.
No,
if you're
hey.
walking in the door with your briefcase right at the meeting time and with your nuts unshaven, you're in a bad spot.
Have you ever had to shave?
But
your nuts in the bathroom?
hey, I'll give this. If you're gonna be late, I'll say, hey guys, this is what happened. I might be 5-10 late.
Yeah.
I really apologize. And this, I'm not gonna give you some. My wife had to take kids. Don't give me your bullshit. Hey, I'm running late. I'll be there at this time. I got everything prepared. I've already studied for the meeting. It's different if you show up late and you're like,
Well, communication is like 110%.
Yeah, this is
my
my-
guy's here. I'm like, if you're late, why the fuck didn't I know?
keyword.
That's what I want to know. Why didn't I know?
Communication. And this is what people I say with the guys I'm in business with. I'm like, I said 9:30. You didn't communicate me to this, and you didn't communicate this about the job, and now we're going to have to go back and charge this, and they don't want to pay it.
Yeah.
It's coming out of your pocket. You didn't communicate that to me.
Yeah.
You got to talk on defense. You got to talk on the football field. You got to talk to your kids. You got to talk to your wife. You got to talk to whoever.
Yeah.
If you don't express it, how the fuck do I know what's going on?
True.
That's one of the.
But yes, we're old school like you. I was taught that way.
That's what happens when you live in Inwood.
Yeah.
You started a gang. You start that
Start
gang.
gang,
What was it
man.
called? The Inwood Kings?
Yeah, man.
I don't know if you're the Kings.
Be careful what you say on the show, Klotz. This is live, man. They might come
out.
after
Man.
Yeah, they might come
Oh, the
after you.
Kings.
The Kings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're still around.
2 of the founding members are dead.
Well, maybe they're not around.
Hey, this is why I carry this.
That ain't gonna mess up no
Man.
king, dude.
Man.
I know. There's 3 of them. So
There's only 3 left. Yeah, there's 3 left.
Wait,
man.
2 are dead, you said, right?
Yeah, that's the originals. The originals.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man. That's what happens when you come from that area. I'm sure you know some people that are passed away.
I do know a lot of people that, I mean, that's a rough, we grew up in a rough place. I didn't come from money. We used to grow up on layaway.
Yeah.
Real talk. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding when I talk about the clothes I wore that didn't fit and the shorts. And
So I think it's interesting because we have a lot of people on here that are friends and kind of grew up, but we all kind of started from the same spot. I grew up lower middle class. My dad became successful as I grew up in my teenage years, but all of us came from some rough neighborhoods. I mean, I grew up in Aldine as well. I didn't move to Klein until my freshman year, so I think this is really unique that there's so many of us that started from that. And that are on doing these shows and talking about businesses we run and companies that we work for.
I think it's obvious the way we handle ourselves, you, and I don't know you that well, but the way you do, I mean, you don't speak about it. You just get the aura and you know that someone's been through something and I know your histories and you know mine. You get through it and it's like I said earlier, you keep your head down, you work through it, and you get these people that want to be fake the funk and talk about this and that. I don't talk about that shit. I don't care. Like, oh, you're hard because you came from the hood. No, I did. I didn't come from money, but I was in the hood, but I didn't get in that gangster shit. Yeah, we got in fights and stuff, but it's like, how do I get myself out of here? And how do I better my life and my family's life? And how do I apply what I was given to what I want to do,
It's philosophy.
I don't really get into it. Well, you get these rappers, I came from this and mama didn't and mama. My parents
it
together,
sounds
they're
a lot
not
like
divorced.
science. And we have a show, a little thing on the We Don't Know Jack show. Science is for pussies, right?
I just built a rocket recently.
A rocket.
Straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Science.
I like science. Hold on. I like science.
Me too. I mean, I'm a
On
science head.
one of our first shows ever. On one of our first shows ever. I don't even remember why we said that.
Science
I don't know
is
why
for
it was
pussies.
either, but it was, we were joking about like COVID and this
This
and
guy
that.
from Chicago
He
sends
texts-
us a message and says, y'all should get t-shirts made to say science is for pussies.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't
Oh
do it.
man!
Uh,
I think what the joke was is that we were talking about science and COVID, and then there's a lot of people that had the bumper stickers that like I believe in science.
I'd say
So
bumper-
we just made it as a joke, but it is kind of funny. And I think the shirts would actually sell along with our other product that we're working on.
Yeah.
I would just say, hey, bumping your gums is for pussies. Like, be about it, don't talk about it, right? Like, we've been there and we know this, and it's like, it sucks to be there. I've seen my mom and dad struggle and lose his job when we moved to Alabama. Fuck. That sucked.
Yeah.
Living without my dad for a while, and then someone robbed our house, and we had a go-kart at the time that we built. These motherfuckers took everything and not everything, they put everything that I liked, like the stereo and some like Salt and Pepper CDs, onto the go-kart and drove out home. I never saw them and chased them. But here's the thing, man. It's just like, put your head down and keep working, man. We're not hood still. Like, let's grow up here. If you think you're still hood, like, maybe you're in the wrong
Oh, yeah,
business.
no, I mean, I don't want to be hood. Like, once I got out, I was like, now I catch myself going, man, babe, we got to move further out.
I talked to
We got to move further out. The metro line is getting too close to us.
That's why I live in Magnolia, Texas, where the hills start.
Oh,
Once you get out, man, you ain't going back, you know?
Not at
My
all.
kid, my
I
kids
passed
are all-
1960 and I keep going.
I'm telling you, dude.
Any of my employees, the people I work with, they have no idea of my past. You know?
I think, I don't talk about too much, but in my experience, I guess that we were talking about, I want it for the kids, right? Because, like, kids don't know, like, I have one of my best friends that's on partners with this concrete thing. His son is an excellent athlete, track, football. He's going to stick with baseball, track, but he was posting stuff on Instagram, I'm not going to say the words he used, but I'm like, hey, brother, these days, anyone can screenshot it, and if you're going to go to play pro baseball, do you really want that hanging over your head, brother?
yeah.
You want me to tell you about my past experiences, what I told him? And, like, I told him, he's like, man. And then they get back on their phone and, hey man, everything you do on that phone is recorded, screenshotted. So just, who cares about
That's so real. And like, we have some pretty, crucial, crazy text feed, and sometimes we'll screenshot it just to fuck with each other. But man, it's true, dude. Once it's on a device, it never goes.
I take a picture sometimes of our text chain and I send it to him. I go, man, I'm saving this one.
Yeah. So I'm currently being blackmailed for a lot of different things by Nico over here, man. So whatever.
Well,
you see it,
if
it's
you
fake
are, hey,
news.
call your boy. Can we get shit out real quick? Talk about these Kings.
Call my boy. Yes,
Call the
sir.
Kings.
We'll clean the lot real quick. Cut some trees down.
Inwood. What else you got on your sheet, Nico?
I mean, I have my way back Wednesdays.
Let's do this. Come on, let's keep going.
All right, man.
We're right on time.
So
Right now we're about 40 minutes in. I don't know if you have a way back Wednesday.
I'll do a quick one.
Can we go back to the past? You said it's not many people know the past. There were many people I was scared of back in the day, and I wouldn't like try to do much. There's one person that was fucking funny, but also I was like, oh goddamn, I ain't fucking with him.
So this is who we're talking about right here.
Mikey had his own.
Oh,
show.
This guy right here. On camera.
Old Jimenez.
So Mikey, he wasn't the only person scared of you growing up, man. There was a lot of
I think
people.
there's a lot of people.
And
scared.
so now you've become a cupcake. So how did that happen?
Yeah, man. Look, I'm telling you.
More like
Hey,
a fruitcake.
thank God, 'cause for
More
good
like a
reason.
fruitcake.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, without a doubt, man. I'm totally different than how I used to be.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. And I think it was just a different mindset, I mean, when you talk about gangs, like I was in real gangs, like what I mean, like we were in middle school, we're walking around with guns, I mean, so I was just happy to not show my kids, that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm blessed, so I mean.
You are blessed because the way you were, I was like, oh my God. And the way that how far you've come with organizing your entertainment system, I have to say I'm fucking very proud, and your family's beautiful and in it a better life than, looking back or like all this bullshit,
worried,
right?
Always worried.
Yeah, man.
Paranoid.
It was a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
So once I decided that I was leaving all that behind, man, and no more hustling, just working, man. Yeah, things really changed for me. And my wife is like the biggest, like, support. Without
She's
her,
awesome.
I mean, like. And I don't deserve her, man. I did some crazy shit.
Hey, I agree.
Yeah. We always ask why she keeps you around.
I do too.
But I'm blessed. I'm lucky, you know what I mean?
You are blessed.
So,
but we all go through these times, right?
yeah, I feel like, shit, I did.
Not with the times, that I didn't go that far, but I mean, for you to do what you did, like, you really did a 360, and the shit you're doing now, what a.
Yeah. Carrying guns and doing stupid stuff.
I carry guns now, but that's for safety.
Yeah.
Not to pop 8th grader.
Safety.
When I was in 8th grade,
All right, so let's hear this way back Wednesday.
Yeah,
man.
so a lot of people probably know. I mean, if you know Mikey's pretty athletic.
very strong.
Yeah. And
freakishly long arms.
dude.
Let's talk
And
about
look at these hands,
Can we way back
dude.
Wednesday
The
when you
story's
threw me in the
the
pool?
story's gonna be about these hands.
So let's do this. So 6'9", you're about 6 foot. I'm gonna put them together. Y'all put y'all's hands together. I bet you Mikey's hands is bigger.
No, but it's gonna be just as
My
big.
hands are normal. My dad's hands are huge.
No, his hands are bigger. Mikey's
He's
hands are
reach.
bigger.
It honestly does look like it might be bigger, Klotz.
They're the same. He's got long fingers.
Yeah.
I can pop
So,
can you?
I used
Yeah,
to
arms.
joke around with Mikey saying that he had gorilla arms that just drag the ground, man.
Yeah, they do. His
Look,
knuckles
hey,
are all beat
they
up.
say all men are created equal,
Yeah.
but no, they're not. You see guys with long arms or
Yeah.
tall guys with like really skinny and just very weak, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So before you went to the last stint that you did right, it was years ago, you, me, and Sergio went and played some pickup ball at this elementary school next to the house. And I went for a layup, dude. This dude got no ball and fucking smashed my finger, dude, with those big monkey claws, dude.
He
Bam!
did?
Yeah.
Dude,
Good.
the shit
Thank
was,
you.
it was fat like this, dude. And I kept showing up to work. I worked for this gentleman who's Chinese American, and he was like, "Oh, that finger looks horrible," And I was like, "Yeah, man, my friend jacked it all up, blah blah blah." He was like, "I'm gonna take you down to Chinatown. We're gonna go to this guy that I know. He's gonna fix that right up."
Fix it right up.
Cream of some young guy.
We go into, dude, what looks like a massage parlor.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
go to the back, like we're in back tunnels at this place. And it's like a closet that this dude is operating out of. And
He's got it though.
and I'm like, man, this weird, but like this is the owner of my company. It's it's a privately owned company, so whatever. I mean, he probably gets into some stuff.
Yeah,
I know he does. In any case, we're in there, and he tells the guy, whatever, you got to take care of his finger. This motherfucker wraps a towel around my finger and just starts fucking yanking on that shit.
Karate Kid did like,
dude, I was fucking sweating. I was sweating so bad because I wanted to scream, but I didn't want to do it in front of the owner of our company.
Don't scream. I thought you were Three Kings. Three Kings don't scream.
The shit hurt so bad, dude. Look, I can't bend the finger, dude.
it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
It's shaking.
That's the cut.
All because of this dude.
Yeah. So I've given some people some advice. Don't let Mikey grab you, because once he grabs you, it's done. It's over with.
I had a broke foot at the time, but I'll go back to the past and I always bring it up. And I deserved it. I deserved it. I skated on a bill, and he threw me in a pool.
I remember that.
But Sam was very, shouldn't you have thrown him in too?
Man,
we tried.
I was coming back. Hey, so I was playing in minor league in freaking Kansas, in Dodge City, Kansas. I came back and I owed him some money. No big deal. No big deal. And I was like, man, suck my dick. I'll give you the money I get there. I'm broke. And he's like, oh, suck your dick, huh? I was like, not like that, but like, and then I get there and he throws me in the pool. I'm like, I had a broke ankle too at the time, so. But I learned my lesson, it was a valuable lesson at that age. It's like, hey man, just treat people the way you're gonna be treated. Pay your bills. Don't be that guy that skates, And I didn't really skate. I was broke.
And sometimes
he wasn't offering credit.
when you get suplexed.
But yes, the motherfucker is strong. Don't let him get a hold of you. You might get gripped to death.
Oh,
Muggle monkey claws.
So that finger's still jacked, man.
It'll never be the same. I'll have to get it rebroken if I want to get it back to where I can bend it.
That.
So has that affected your sports career?
It really did, man. I could not do layups anymore.
I'll teach you how to finger roll.
That's what happened, man. I got to do it with just these 3 fingers now.
That's all you need,
touch,
man.
bud. Just push it with the palm. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Klotz.
Shit. All right, Klotz, man. I know you got something. I know you came prepared with at least one funny story, man. What you got for us? Way back Wednesday. What you
Doesn't
got?
have to be funny. It can just be
Doesn't have to be funny.
I mean,
It can be whatever you want. What you got? You gotta have one good story that you
shit, for all I know, man, fucking...
tell 2.
R. Kelly helped him out. I don't know, dude.
You ever hear about the time I died?
Actually,
fuck yeah.
So I leave college. I get cut by Orlando. I'm like, okay, I go play in China after all this stuff with Germany. I go play in China. I come back with, about a bunch of money, $200,000 in cash, right? Because the guy lied about a payment. I'm going to keep this real sweet. I was hiding money in my shoes, my pants, all this shit. I get back. I'm big balling. I think I'm a big ball. I don't come from money. I'm like, I got money. I'm going to buy some watches, some clothes. I'm going to go to Nordstrom's. They didn't have Nordstrom's back then. I went to Nordstrom's. I'm buying watches, Gucci this, Gucci that. I get on a boat with some people. I'm drinking, having fun with all my friends. It's Memorial Day, and I got the tattoo, and you've seen it. You're like, oh, what's that about? Remember? I was like, you fucking asshole. This guy, he's got jokes. Real talk, man. So I did the right thing. I sat in the chair next to the captain, right? We're going back on this big boat. I'm fucked up. I ate some shit. I don't know what it was. GHB or what the fuck it is. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Back in 2005. Boy put me to sleep. I went to sleep in that chair. I'm fine. I'm safe. 30 people on this boat. Ex-teammate and Stan picked me up thinking it's cool, and I'm incoherent. I wasn't even awake. They picked me up. I'm, at the time, 270, dead weight. And they're getting me off the back of the boat onto the dock. They dropped me in the water.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't awake.
Wow.
I was not awake. I woke up in the goddamn hospital.
Yeah.
They're going to life flight me. So for 15 minutes, I was missing under the water. This is Memorial Day. They already had dive teams at Carlos and Charlie's. They already had people out there. People are like, we can't find him. Where'd he go? Oh, we just dropped him here. There's bubbles and shit, and people are crying like this motherfucker. The guy that owns the boat on Glass Bar in Congress. He's like, oh, fuck. I'm fucked.
Fuck.
I just killed Jason Klotz.
Oh, my God.
He didn't, but it did. I would end up 30 boats away at the end of the docks. Someone sees me. He's right here. So they life flight me. I wake up. They were going to life flight me. I got in an ambulance. I wake up. I'm naked with a catheter in my dick, which burns like fuck.
Yeah.
Done every catheter. Shit in my shorts. They cut them off. You talk about just embarrassment and just, not embarrassment, but like.
What the hell happened?
don't ever put your life or your situation in someone else's hands, or get to the point where you get inebriated and you can't take care of yourself, because people pick me up out of a boat and drop me in the goddamn water.
So
why weren't there 4 guys or 5 guys?
For a little reference, though, GHB was used as a date rape type of drug. Bodybuilders use it to sleep good at night.
It gives you really good sleep. Yeah,
it will make
it's
you
like
go
rolling,
unconscious.
too much, it will make you. I did. And I said, I'm getting tired. And the guy goes, I'm passing out. I'm going to sit in this chair. Yeah. So I was like, man, I'm safe. And then I wake up in the hospital. My sister and one teammate, Brian Boddicker.
How long did they? Well, I guess were you resuscitated?
So when I woke up, the doctor said, "You're the luckiest motherfucker I've met in a while." I work at the ER, and I've seen stuff. He's like, "How you lasted underwater that long?" He's like, "You had to, since you were unconscious, is why you're alive. Because if you were, you probably would have taken in water and died."
So you weren't.
So I'll tell you this. This is really crazy. After that night, I had premonitions. I predicted 3 deaths. The person I got in trouble with in college, her dad's death. He played in the NFL.
Yeah.
He died. And I told her it was going to happen. She didn't believe me. It happened. Then another person's death. I won't bring them up. And then a coach's death, his father. Yeah. How the fuck does that happen? And this is like, I said everything's aligned. The stars are aligned. I believe in as it was meant to be. Yeah. Is there a God and all this? I don't know. I'm not super religious. I believe there's a higher power, because the shit that I saw while I was out was weird. And then the premonition, that was really fucking weird. And I wouldn't make this shit up for y'all. This is all documented. But you know what sucked about that? The school, I was like, you're crazy. And like, what are you doing? I was like, man, I don't know. It happened. And it was a real accident. I felt bad about it. But after that, I was like, when people saw me, I went out the next night because I was like, I'm not going to like hide this and be like all embarrassed about it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. It happened. Y'all were there too. Oh, yeah. I didn't drop myself in the water. I sat in the right chair. Yeah. On a big boat. And 2 people decided, maybe why didn't 4 people help? Or,
so some of these premonitions, like after recalling what happened, do you kind of remember like not being there? Do you think like your spirit went somewhere else?
Yeah. So all I saw was white lights. I don't know if my brain's playing tricks on me. I didn't talk to anyone. No one. It was almost like going through a wormhole, and that's real talk. I mean, I've talked to this about a few people. I mean, I moved back to my parents for a little bit because they were worried about this. I mean, this has really happened. Yeah. This is.
Doctors have a term for this, like when that the white tunnel vision.
Also, like people that get meningitis was like a death sentence. Like there's a doctor that got. I read a whole book. It's called Proof of Heaven, but I'm not gonna go into that. But what I didn't see anything. I was just moving through the light, and when I woke up, I saw my shorts in the fucking trash can, and I was like, God damn, I'm happy to be here. Yeah. And some of the stuff I saw was really weird after that. It changed my life for, I don't know, for the better, because I just went hard after that. I didn't know how to cope with it. Like everyone's like, I was on this path of making a lot of money. I just came back with $200,000 cash, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And the stuff that happened was like quick. That the ex's death, his father, and these other people was like, and then it has stopped. So I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, man, we should get back on to talk about this a little bit more if you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because it was like, you heard about it, right?
I'm pretty curious about this.
And it won't make some light of it. The guy that dropped me in was taking off his socks and sandals.
That's why he dropped you?
No. They dropped me, and then he got on the thing with his backpack and didn't want to get wet. And he, what I'm talking about. He can't swim. He had socks and sandals on. And the other guy's black, and I don't know if he could swim or not, but he didn't jump in.
That's a super stereotype.
And the guy, this is not, but no one jumped in. I mean, that's a 40, 50 foot deep part of it. I mean, I don't expect them to dive in, but goddamn,
I would have
30 people on the fucking boat. You thought someone would put their hands in.
I would have done that. I wouldn't. I never heard about that.
I think they dropped it. I think everyone had been drinking it, but I think there was so much shock and thought I'd maybe wake up. I didn't. I got lucky. They said I did a parabola. Yeah. So I had air in my lungs, and I just went up and got lucky.
Yeah, and came back up like that from there.
The crazy part is, I don't know if you've ever tried.
I don't know, Jack.
If you've ever tried to hold somebody up in the water, like, man, it's
you should have seen the people that are coming to me, the coaches, the strength coach, and different NBA players. That were my friends. Were like, man, we're worried about it. I'm like, dude, don't worry about your boy.
Damn. Yeah.
But it was a really trying time. It really hurt a lot of opportunities and stuff there in Austin. And like maybe I'm one of those guys that,
put you in a
reckless.
shitty situation.
After everything that happened before, it's like,
yeah. Oh man, that's horrible. So those 2 people owe you their life.
I think no, they don't. But yeah, did they do something dumb that they shouldn't have? Do they owe it?
But in a good way. You
That's
know
what I'm saying
Like,
with kids and anybody. You just always watch out for yourself. Don't get inebriated. And I
The other moral
regret
of the
that.
story is don't do GHB.
yeah, that too.
Man, honestly,
Pretty good lesson.
Yeah,
But
I would use this
that was
story
all new
to
back then.
show both my daughter and my son.
Not
How could you research?
When
Back then, we didn't know much about anything. There wasn't internet like now, and the guys I was getting it from were people I trusted. And
So I have an experience with GHB, and I'll just be real short and sweet. I had no idea about how the dosage worked, and I was young up in Austin too, and they had a little water bottle.
doesn't
full.
take much, right?
And this water bottle was for the whole party. And I was wasted, and I came in, they were like, oh, GHB. I drank the whole bottle. And they literally had to sit there and watch me breathe. I was snoring so loud they knew I was alive. And I probably could have died or should have died. This shit is no joke, and you just need a little bit. Everyone was mad at me because I ruined the party.
Yeah.
They came back to do the GHB, and I chugged it like an
It
asshole.
put you to sleep. I mean,
It did knock me out. Like, I didn't
someone
wake
could
up.
finger your butt, and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you could have done
He
He does that
anything.
all the time.
You could have done anything
But
you
he was
wanted to
awake.
me.
Yeah,
and I was snoring
Kevin is his
so
own
hard.
proctologist.
Yeah, I do that. I check
Yeah.
my prostate weekly.
This is back in the day, though, when people were really experimenting with new chemicals and new things.
Yeah.
And I didn't know shit about it. I just came from fucking China eating fucking McDonald's butthole every day. I mean, I wanted to get back and have fun, and I made the wrong choice. You know, I did.
We gotta send shots out to the
Thank God I'm
Spotify
alive.
listeners.
Alive.
How much time?
We got about 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left on the show.
Time flies very fast.
It really does, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to get off your mind? Let's hear it.
There we go. Let's let Klotz
well,
interview Nico for
here's
the last
Nico,
minute.
Nico, I want to hear. Tell me something that you really believe in, or something that you want the audience to know, or what's that message we can send?
That would be a much longer conversation. Each person comes from their own past experiences. So the sum total that makes up you, sum total that makes up me is different, right? But I've had a very eye-opening experience that led me to say, I've been living my life for me my entire life, and it's turned out like shit. And there was always this calling and people in my life to say, hey, why I see you like this. I think God is calling you to serve people. And I just never wanted to listen to it because I didn't want to give up control of my life, even though I wasn't really doing well with it, the control that I had. Again, that's a much longer conversation, but I
That's
always
kind
say
of what I was saying
the
earlier.
giving up of control of your life.
You think you know everything, right? And then these situations happen that
Yeah.
are really eye-opening. I never thought I'd drowned in Lake Travis, a place I love going to, and I never thought that would happen, but it did.
Have you been back to that spot?
I have. It took me about it was really weird after that to jump back in the water.
Yeah.
That was a really weird thing, but
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. We're about done with time, man. With Jason Klotz, we appreciate you coming out. This has been an awesome show. We would definitely like you to come out again. I know we
Can I
talked
say
a lot
one thing?
about your basketball career, but I'd like to hear more about you in general. So, yeah, go ahead, man. The floor is
one
yours.
thing I learned from Coach Barnes, and this is what I'll say, anyone can apply it to their kids or whatever. Time is short on this earth, and they used to say, hey, man, you want to fuck off into this? You only have 4 years. It's going to fly by. You could have wished you did more, right, or worked harder.
Yeah.
Don't take the past or the present for granted because it's going to fly by.
Absolutely.
Use that time to look. We can always get better, right? People think they're a great shooter or great at this or master at cooking. We can always get better as a person, whether it's in our industry or skill or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Good words, man. So it's been great. The show's fucking always awesome.
Hey, I hated my time here. I just did.
Do we already say Spotify? We love you. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Spotify,
you
we're
listening.
out.
Flies, I know you're having fun.
Yeah. It does.
YouTube.
Great.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Hit us
Thanks
out,
for
Nico.
watching.
Hit us out with the outro. Give them
Yeah,
the,
I mean,
give
we,
them the
appreciate,
handles.
we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate all the people that subscribe. If you haven't hit it, please. we love you.
I thought we were going to plug our business.
Yeah,
Plug it.
You can plug it.
Hey, Jason has 610 epoxy. That's 610epoxy.com. You need your floors done. You need to grind to shine. We love turning chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah.
It's one of the best sales pitches.
That is.
Hey, tore it from the floor up. We'll make it happen.
Man, great show, guys. We got about
I had
15
fun.
seconds.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Good
awesome.
shirt. Good shirt.
Nico, good to meet you.
See you, brother.
A dog.
Oh, there you go.
We threw a bomb ass party for my birthday. Y'all held at my boy. A White Oak events. What is it?
Double oak event.
Double Oak events. Boys got on point. You didn't make my birthday happen.
Yes.
It was good shit.